Tenemos que tener una respuesta de que salga la gente a más tardar el miércoles, este miércoles, pasado mañana. Ustedes tienen que ver que los 1000 primeros se les entregue credencial. Bien, compañeros, en los teléfonos hay una cosa que se llama QR.
Permiso, prensa. Prensa. Prensa.
Prensa, prensa, permiso.
Nadie los puede engañar. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, compañeros, por favor, entendamos y hagamos caso. ¿De acuerdo? Vamos a quedarnos el día de hoy. Me van a entregar los 1000 primeros. Allá Javier me va a entregar. Si alguien no está inscrito, inscríbase. Hoy tienen que salir 1000. Creo yo que 2000. Mañana otros 2000. Pasado mañana otros 2000 o los que sean. Pero todos tenemos que salir esta semana. Una pregunta. A ver. Hay una lista, Javier, de toda la gente que está presa en la estación migratoria 021. ¿Tú la tienes? Ok, anótela ahí. Y démelo ahorita antes que yo me vaya. Voy para allá, ¿de acuerdo? Anótese. ¿Quién de aquí tiene la hoja de tomar? A ver, sáquela y muéstrela para la prensa. Saque y muestre la hoja de tomar. Sáquela. Saquen la hoja de tomar. Saquen toda la hoja de tomar.
Trancado, no tienen trancado.
Que lo vea la prensa. Estamos legales en México. No somos ilegales. No somos ilegales. ¡Los migrantes! ¡No somos criminales! ¡Somos trabajadores! ¡Internacionales! ¡Fachada de rojo! ¡Están las fronteras! ¡Porque ahí se mata! ¡A la clase obrera! ¡Viva Venezuela! ¡Viva el África! ¡Viva Nicaragua! ¡Viva Honduras! ¡Viva Colombia! ¡Viva El Salvador! ¡Viva Guatemala! ¡Viva Bangladesh! ¡Viva la India! ¡Viva Pakistán! ¡Viva la América Latina libre! ¡Viva México! ¡Viva Estados Unidos! ¡Viva Tapachula! ¡Viva la verdad! ¡Viva! ¡Un aplauso para la verdad! ¡Viva Dios Padre Creador! ¡Viva! Otra cosa, espérenme tantito. A ver, escúchenme todos.
I will explain in a little bit, as we are right here in the middle of a protest.
Escuchen.
I will elaborate in a little bit. Share this video out. Share this video, please.
Escuchen. Silencio. Todos los que estamos aquí tenemos mes y medio en Tapachula como mínimo.
Ahora, esa visa que usted dice que va a dar, que no solo Venezuela, tenemos derecho
A ver, otra vez, señora. Aquí ya se dijo que es para todos. Escúcheme. Señora, Señora, escúcheme. Aquí no hay países. Somos pueblo migrante. Somos pueblo migrante. Todos somos iguales ante la ley. Todos. ¿De acuerdo? Compañeros, se tienen que quedar aquí en el parque el día de hoy. Voy a entregar los primeros 1000. Regreso por otros 1000. Ya le di 500 pesos a compañeros para que limpien el parque, todo alrededor. A ver, para limpiar el parque, limpien todo el parque. No fumen marihuana, no tomen, no digan groserías. ¿De acuerdo? Quédense aquí. Regreso a las 2 de la tarde. ¿De acuerdo?
Massive crowd today. It's a massive crowd today right here. More than 2,000 migrants gathered right here in the Bicentenario Plaza. As yesterday I showed you a video late at night, there's only 50 of them. And today you got more than 2,000 of them right here. That they are, if you sum up all the migrants that they have been coming for the rest of the week, it is almost 7,000 petitions that they're coming in by the hundreds. Déjenme agarrar la entrevista, por favor. Permítanme, déjenme agarrar la entrevista, por favor. Déjenme agarrar la entrevista, por favor. Déjenme agarrar la entrevista. Déjenme agarrar la entrevista, por favor, Luis. El día de hoy vas a entregar otros 1000. Ya posiblemente llevas arriba de 7,000 peticiones, Luis, para presionar al Instituto Nacional de Migración a llegar a un acuerdo con las vías humanitarias.
Así es, si no, de todos modos, nos vamos caminando el día 6. Si no hay algún acuerdo y no hay muestras claras de que el gobierno de México quiere aplicar la ley, porque todas estas personas están en condición de calle, todas estas personas son altamente vulnerables, por lo tanto, le pedimos que se aplique la ley y que les den inmediatamente la visa humanitaria por razones humanitarias para que salgan al menos 5,000 personas esta semana, Oscar.
No solamente aquí en Tapachula, Luis, sino también en Tuxtla hay más de 100 migrantes que están viviendo en condición de calle por más de 21 días en la Comar también. Al respecto a esta situación, ¿qué opinas, Luis?
El jueves voy a Tuxtla para que esa gente no siga igual. Voy a Tuxtla a ver la situación de los compañeros que están varados allá.
Tentativamente, ¿cuánta gente estamos viendo, Luis, que podría ser el número final de estas peticiones?
Arriba de 10,000. Si no arregla el gobierno, nos vamos caminando 10,000 personas de Tapachula el día 6.
Sería el número más grande que has manejado, Luis, en historia del defensor de los derechos humanos.
Va a ser el movimiento más grande en la historia de Latinoamérica de masas, de seres humanos, de hombres y mujeres que están hartos de una sociedad totalmente crispada, de una sociedad llena de odio. Hoy le pedimos a Joe Biden, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, que aplique la ley, que les dé las visas humanitarias y que se ejerza el derecho a entrar a Estados Unidos pidiendo asilo o refugio.
Por último, Luis, el mensaje hacia el gobierno de los Estados Unidos en referente al título 42 que ha sido ya categorizado por diferentes organizaciones a nivel mundial como discriminatorio sobre el pueblo latino.
Que no discrimine a los latinos. Es mano y fuerza de obra fuerte para Estados Unidos. Los migrantes no somos criminales, somos trabajadores internacionales. Se lo decimos al señor, a Mr. Joe Biden.
Muchas gracias, Luis.
Tapachula ya no aguanta más esta situación.
Tapachula no debe de ser una cárcel migratoria. Basta ya de hacer a Tapachula como una cárcel migratoria. No podemos seguir permitiendo los tapachutecos y los chapanecos que Tapachula se le considere el patio trasero de Estados Unidos. No lo vamos a permitir.
También es responsabilidad de los ciudadanos. Ellos también deben...
Claro, que dejen de tirar odio, que vengan a ayudar, que presionen a su gobierno para que estos migrantes ¿Quién se quiere quedar en Tapachula? ¿Quién se quiere quedar en Tapachula? No, no los quieres tú. Ellos no quieren quedarse en Tapachula. Dios te bendiga a ti que odias a los migrantes. Dios los bendiga.
Luis, ¿qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué vas a hacer? Con permiso. Prensa, con permiso. Ábranme paso, por favor, ábranme paso.
Con permiso.
Con permiso. This is the massive crowd that is located right now, right here on the Bicentenario Park. I just talked to the #1 activist, pro-migrant activist, Luis Villagran, who had just said about what is his opinion about Title 42. And this is what he said, is discriminatory, as a lot of organizations from practically around the globe, a lot of defenders of humanitarian rights, they have said that Title 42, it is a discriminatory law that it has been practically inhabilitating and violating the humanitarian rights. I will post right here on this side so you guys can see how the massive crowd, it is located, more than 2,000 right here, right now. More than 2,000 right here, right now. As I have been telling you, this is going to continue. It is a massive flow that sadly the government of Mexico, it is incompetent to control. They don't have the ability to control this massive flow, and undoubtedly it is going to have a lot of repercussions, because right now there's more. He just said, and he said it, I did not set that quantity. He was the one that said more than 10,000 petitions have been put. More than 10,000. That practically tells you that it's a humongous number, which is going to be walking in the next incoming days, which is going to be happening in the next incoming days, which you have already 7,000 already petitioned. The leader of the Caravan, or the leader of this massive migrant movement, has said that it's almost 10,000 petitions. Let me flip the camera so I can say hello to you guys on this morning. Really hot morning right here. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue, for Border Network News correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. We are live from the Bicentenario Plaza today, broadcasting you for every single one of you. As I arrived on Wednesday last week, I arrived, and the speculation was that almost 2,000 or 3,000 petitions on the asylum and refugee claim were being put. Due to that factor, on Thursday, I traveled to the capital of the state of Chiapas, 5 hours away from here, where more than 100 migrants are living outside in precarious conditions, waiting for the humanitarian visa on a hunger strike for more than 21 days. Travel back, as I was traveling back, the number has doubled, and it has gone to almost 4,000 to 5,000. This is by the day of Thursday. By Friday, we came over here, and the database that they are showing is that it's more than 7,000 that they were put. Now it is Monday, and what they're saying that right now on Monday, they have a quantity of almost 10,000, most 10,000 people. That is what they're saying. The petition number, it is 10,000 people. What is this petition number, and what is this database? They created a website where they can put their number, and they can put themselves on a list. It is a website that it was created by one of the migrants, that it is kind of like a database that they actually show, and they actually know who's coming in and who's coming out and who's on the list to get this protection claim, or to ultimately be attended by the COMPARTE, that is the Commission of Refugees. When they're already attended by the Commission of Refugees, that database, it is being released to the Commission of Refugees, and ultimately, and also, if you're not being attended by the Commission of Refugees as soon as possible, they will release it to practically to the protection claim. So they have two options, whether they wait for the right process of the Commission of Refugees, or whether practically they take the other route, that is the protection claim. The protection claim gives them the ability to walk. Now, they have said that they are going to come to an agreement
with the Institute of National Immigration to provide humanitarian visas and visas of transit. I told you guys that it was a massive crowd, and you guys just seen it. It's just a small portion of people. Now, the 80 to 90% of the population that you see right here are from communist dictatorship. They're coming in from communist dictatorship that is Venezuela. They're coming, the majority of them are coming from that particular country. Other countries that they're coming, Cuba, Central America, and ultimately also some parts of Africa and also Bangladesh. You got a lot of migrants coming in from all parts of the world. It is not just this type of just one particular country. It is all countries, all the world that they're coming in, that there's a vast majority of a necessity right here to be their problems resolved. The number one thing is that this is the number one thing. It is concerning. There's a threat that MS gang members are arriving continuously on a non-stop effect. This is a reality. And it is not because El Salvador is pushing them out. No, it is not because Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, it is sending them. No, it is because Nayib Bukele is trying to do something to stop these gangs, and he already arrested 19,000 of them and imprisoned 19,000 of them, which means that a lot of them are escaping and they are running out of an exodus to other countries in Central America and also to the borders of Mexico that connect now from Guatemala to Mexico, and they inevitably want to go to the United States of America. So this is a concerning fact, a red flag, as we are getting hundreds of threats of these MS gangs. Now, this population that you see right here are only migrant population, economical migrants, the majority of them. A lot of them are really sensible cases and vulnerable cases of asylum, possibly legitimate cases of asylum. But you're seeing more than 2,000 right now on this plaza. On the day that they are going to march, potentially they are saying that it's more than 7,000, which I have heard, but you guys just heard it from the leader of the Caravan himself. He said that potentially they're talking about now a number of 10,000 migrants. It is a huge number. I asked the leader of the Caravan, this is the biggest number that you have managed. How do you feel about this? And he said, this is the mother of all caravans, that it has come out of the Tapachula. It is going to be huge this incoming days. What is going to happen? And if the negotiations are going to come together, if there's going to be possibly a dialogue between the authorities of Mexico and also the migrant population, that in this case, you have the leader, Luis Garcia Villagran, defender of humanitarian rights, practically negotiating with the Institute of National Immigration. The only problem, the biggest problem that I see right here is that we have an open border in Mexico. So this is going to be a continuous non-effect. The incentivization of Joseph Biden by opening up the borders, it is the number one reason that is causing this. So you have this massive effect of an open border and the south border of Mexico with Guatemala. You have this massive flow. You create some chaotic necessity that creates a bottleneck, and that bottleneck at one particular point, it's going to explode. This is the ticking bomb. It is about to explode with more than 10,000 petitions. Now, you get that flow out, you push that flow to the north, and then you got another flow that is coming in. So it makes you think that it's never going to stop. It is a never-ending story, and it is never going to stop. This is practically, and it is going to happen more undoubtedly, because the Biden administration has just collaborated with the Globalist Compact of Immigration. They're collaborators. They're not in the Globalist Compact, but they're collaborators. What means this? What it means is they are going to help. They're going to give aid. They're going to be possibly giving them housing, education, and everything that they need for them to be in your country of the United States of America. It is exactly what is happening to Mexico, exactly what is happening to the Triangle of Central America, exactly what is happening to South American countries. Also, you got an enormous population of Africa coming into this particular side. And ultimately, also, you got places like Bangladesh that they're coming from, the India, also from Pakistan. You just heard the chants, Viva Pakistan, Viva Bangladesh, Viva Africa. All these countries that you have that undoubtedly they are going to be migrated on the next incoming days. Let us walk and let us show you a little bit of the perimeter of the video for you guys to understand how this is so important for everybody on the next incoming days. Title 42, it is not a justification. They do not mind if Title 42 is lifted or not. That is not a justification or something that it can block these people from continuing their travesty. What it can be, it is a complication that there's no regular migration, that there's no documented and peaceful migration. Right now, they're peacefully standing right here, they're peacefully chanting, but when it comes to a confrontation with the National Guard. You guys have seen multiple times how deaths have become the result of an overcome confrontation between migrants and the National Guard. Let us flip the cameras. It's playing hot right here. And I'm cleaning out my sweat right here for all of you guys as we are going to continue this broadcast from the particular plaza of Bicentenario Plaza in the South Border of Tapachula. This is how it looks. Let us walk for a little bit. It's a massive flow. Massive flow. Mándame.
Documentando todo lo de ahí.
Todo está documentando.
¿Qué fue lo que se dijo acá?
Pues básicamente que van a reunir más peticiones para que llegue más gente. Llevan un número más alrededor de unos 10,000 personas que ya están dentro de esta petición de protección. Y van a tratar de negociar con el Instituto Nacional de Migración para ver si pueden resolver su situación ahorita que tienen en espera del aviso humanitario.
Y eso que se está rumorando de que ahorita salen niños, que son, me dijeron que en prioridad mujeres y niños.
Sí, primero van a documentar a las mujeres y los niños y luego después ya, pero si no les resuelven absolutamente nada, el líder de la caravana dijo que van a caminar.
Ah, ok, pero o sea, en cierto, todavía
Estoy en
no
vivo,
se sabe
viejo,
si
estoy en vivo, así ahorita sí, ahorita si quieres platicamos, ¿sí? ¿Está bueno? ¿Sale? Let us walk right here for you guys to see me and ask about information about what is happening, but I am not, I'm not an activist or some kind of a collaborator with this, so they can ask the leader of the caravan and they can actually potentially, get more information on that standpoint. Let me just put the tripod for a little bit down right here so you guys can get a better view of what is actually happening.
el día miércoles o jueves.
El día con credencial, con
Ya miércoles o
los
jueves.
primeros 2000.
Los primeros 2000. De lo contrario, vamos a caminar, Oscar.
Vamos a ver. Muy bien, muy bien. We got the sound back, I believe so. If confirm if we got sound. Just confirm if we got sound, please. Confirm if we got sound. Confirm if we got sound, please. Yes, all right. Sí. Permiso. As they are, I'm sorry about the sound. The microphone was off. We're back. Back right here. As you see, the migrant activist is about to defend their humanitarian rights. Is about to leave and take 2,000 petitions. That's what he said. And after the 2,000 petitions, he said that another 2,000 they're going to be given. This is what is going to happen. He's expecting for the first 2,000 to be given the humanitarian visas, and after that, another 2,000 and 2,000 by every way and by every day. That is the ultimate purpose. We're going to see right now as he's going to get in a taxi and he's going to deliver the humanitarian petitions. Estoy en vivo, viejo. Dime.
Es que le iba a preguntar de qué onda, ¿no?
No sé. Va a ir a entregar las peticiones.
Las visas dijo que les
No. Va a entregar primero unas peticiones y después ya van a ver si les van a dar las visas. See how it goes right here. Look at this crowd. Look at this massive crowd right here. This massive. Mande. ¿Me hablaba? Ok, pues dígalo. Dígamelo. ¿Quieres decir unas palabras?
Estamos cansados de estar esperando, le pedimos el apoyo al gobierno.
¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela,
De Venezuela.
de Mérida.
Dime qué es lo que piensas acerca de esta protesta y cuál es tu opinión acerca del proceso.
Bueno, que deseamos que nos den solución para irnos, para avanzar, donde queremos llegar. Estamos sin trabajo, aquí lo que tenemos es gasto, todo es plata.
¿Con quién vienes? ¿Vienes con tu familia?
Sí, primo y mi esposo y mi prima.
Tus primas. ¿Ya pusieron sus nombres en la lista? ¿Ya pusieron la petición en la lista?
Sí, ya todos estamos en eso, en regla.
Sí, ¿qué opinan de que ya son casi cerca de 10,000 peticiones y la mayoría son de Venezuela? ¿Qué opinan acerca de eso? Hay mucha necesidad en Venezuela.
Bueno, que hay mucha necesidad en nuestro país, queremos solución.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Gracias. ¿Todo bien, viejo? ¿Todo bien?
Una palabra.
Sí. Mande. This is the actual right now. The current situation. Just a migrant just spoke about practically the situation, which is what they're going through right now in terms to basically in Venezuela. She's saying that that they're waiting for the process. It's exactly like all the time that they're waiting for the process. They're tired of waiting, and they basically they want to hurry up with this process. They want to be delivered their humanitarian visas. They want everything to be as quick as possible. But they have to understand that there's an immigration process. That's the number one thing that they do not, particularly understand, that there's a process. A lot of them, they understand that. A lot of them, they don't. And when they don't understand that, they basically think that it's going to be as quick as possible and everything is going to be resolved. Let's go, Brandon. That's the only thing that I can say. I will plant myself in the shadow over here. Let's go, Brandon, for everybody that is watching. This is a Let's Go Brandon protest. Estoy en vivo. Ahorita hablamos. Sí, aquí va a andar. This is a Let's Go Brandon protest, as you can see. But let me just put the camera so you guys can be a little bit not shocked. But this is how it looks right now. This is basically how it looks right now. I will elaborate for people that are joining in. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. I'm behind the camera, so don't mind me. You don't want to see me on the camera. What you want to see is the news. This is the news that no CNN network, no Fox News network, although we have a lot of correspondents from Fox that they're incredible correspondents, and they're the only ones that they do the groundwork. I got to give a shout out to the best, the master himself, the teacher, a great friend of mine, Griff Jenkins from Fox News. Griff, if you're watching this, you need to share this. Send you a big hug. He's an incredible journalist. He just interviewed a friend of ours. He just interviewed the president of Ukraine. And also he did a magnificent job in Ukraine, and he has done a magnificent job uncovering, the great catastrophes that are occurring around the world. Griff Jenkins, follow Griff Jenkins from Fox News. Also, Miss Sarah Carter, as we have worked for several times with Miss Sarah Carter. I believe that these are the two Fox News reporters that I have worked with, that they have an enormous trajectory and a humongous, platform. And also they have a lot of reach. So if you guys want to follow people from Fox, those are the people that I will recommend for you to follow. Now, you don't see CNN, you don't see other networks right here. The reason why is that they don't want to show this. They don't want to show that there's a problem. We got a problem. The number one problem is in our country of Mexico, that Mexico is going through. It's going through a really difficult situation, which, it's inevitable, and they're not going to be able to control this. I believe that today is in ¿cómo se dice? How do you say día festivo? I forgot how to say día festivo in English. I forgot how to say that. Today is a holiday. Remember, today is a holiday in the United States of America, so I think it is Memorial Day, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am mistaken, I apologize. But I believe that today is Memorial Day. If I'm mistaken, just let me know. And if I'm not mistaken, just a holiday, yes. But I don't know if it is Memorial Day or not. This is what it is about to hit, particularly the borders of Eagle Pass, the borders of Piedras Negras. This is what is about to hit them. It is thousands. It's not hundreds, it is thousands that they are particularly projecting to go to these two borders. All of them, they know the river. That is the number one place that they know. They talk about the river. That's the place that they talk about. They talk about river. And particularly... ¿A quién? ¿De dónde es?
De Venezuela. Para aquí para que una entrevista para que la antigua
Ya, ahorita si quieren, ahorita los busco y ahorita se los doy. Ahorita se los doy la entrevista. Es que estoy haciendo un enlace. Sí, está bueno.
¿Y eso sale en dónde? Para buscarlo.
Ahorita les paso la página si quieren. Estoy esperando nomás que sea un enlace.
Ahí, vení.
Ándale pues, ya están. So a lot of people want to be on the camera, but I don't allow certain particular individuals that they want to practically get more information of us. We have to be really careful who we put on camera, because we have to watch ourselves all the time. We have to watch ourselves in the back all the time. We have gone through several experiences. If you guys know, I was robbed at gunpoint and also almost killed at gunpoint in Guatemala. So it is really important that we know who we put on camera and who we don't put on camera. And particularly those three individuals, I didn't want to put them on camera. They look suspicious. So I'm just, trying to get people on camera that really have a potential to say something productive or something that is relevant for us on information. Everybody knows the river. What I'm saying with that is that everybody knows the river. A lot of people are asking, how do everybody knows the river? What do you mean by everybody knows the river? What I mean is that everybody has seen the river, everybody has crossed the river, and family members and people have ultimately created this spread of information that the only place that they can go through, or the majority of the people that they can go through, it is to the river Eagle Pass, the river of not only Eagle Pass, the river del Rio. Thousands of people. Let me just give you another view right here on the other side on how the park is full. How the park it is full. Buy me a coffee is on the top link. Your contributions are well needed and appreciated. Buy me a coffee is on the top link if you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting and travel fund. Buy me a coffee is on the top link, as we are bringing reality and truth of the news for every single one of you. Not CNN, not MSNBC, not ABC, not CBS, not all the leftist media that they are pandering and creating a lie about what is really happening. We are right here broadcasting for every single one of you. We have been here since the past Wednesday. We haven't gotten no sleep at all. But we are right here standing strong, giving you guys live feeds and broadcasts as we are practically giving you guys the best information that we can regarding this massive flow that is about to reach the United States of America in the next incoming days. Title 42, if it is lifted or not, it does not even matter. If it is lifted or not, it does not even matter. Title 42, it is a sanitary measure that it was implemented in 2020 due to the pandemic, but it has nothing to do with immigration. How sad it is that now the Biden administration has to rely on Title 42 to maintain and contain an immigration issue. It is so easy. If you're gonna, Title 42 has nothing to do with immigration. Excuse me, for all the public, has nothing to do with immigration. Title 42, if you lift Title 42, fix your asylum laws, fix your immigration laws. That is what the number one purpose that you need to do. Title 42 has nothing to do with immigration, absolutely nothing to do with immigration. And ultimately, the number one thing of Title 42, it is that it's a health measure. It is not an immigration measure. It is not an immigration, solution. It is not an immigration solution. Title 42 was made and it was created to stop the pandemic from spreading, because we had a virus that it was spreading all over the world. And it shows you the incompetence of the Biden administration, because they don't know what to do now. They open their mouths and they don't know what to do. So they make believe everybody that this judge blocked Title 42, when everybody knows that it was the one that blocked Title 42. It is Joe Biden. It is Joseph Biden who blocked Title 42. And now that is the only way that he can prevent a mass migration coming to his borders. Because if you guys remember, he was the one that opened his mouth and said to everybody, I am going to create a better pathway for migrants ultimately all around the world. So it is complete incompetence, and it is an embarrassment as the country that is more powerful, the country that it has the country that is supposed to be the leader of the world, the country that is the leader of the world. We're back. We're muted. We muted the broadcast. We had to talk to one of the other journalists that we're walking right here. We have to be really careful. We are a lot of journalists. We are right here. The whole community of journalists are in this particular park of this, as what it means right now. But ultimately, we have a humongous problem when it comes to security. So we have security on our own, but we have to make sure that everything that they tell us, go here, go there, move to this place, move to the other place, it has to do as quick as possible, and it has to be done in time and matter. So as we are being told to move from that particular space, we're going to move to another particular space to continue this broadcast and continue this live feed. We're going to be continuously walking. There is a migrant that supposedly, yesterday I was interviewing him, and he said that he was from the United States of America, and that he lost his identification, and that also he lost his identity, and he cannot get to the United States of America. But he's saying that he's a migrant, that he is from the country, the United States. Yesterday I was talking to him, and ultimately it catch my attention because I said, well, why don't you ask for help? And to the government of the United States, why don't you ask for help for immediately for you to get to the United States? He says, I don't got no money. I'm stuck over here. So I'm trying to look for him so we can get an interview with him, and you guys can learn a little bit of how this, it is so crazy. Look for him. Yes, hombre. Sorry, they interrupted my live feed with a phone call. Look how it looks from this side. ¿Qué pasó? Dígame, a ver, ¿quiere hablar o qué? No sé. Oscar el Blue en YouTube. Oscar el Blue en YouTube. Ahorita estoy en vivo. Vale. This is how it looks. I'm trying to look for that particular person, which was talking to me yesterday about that he is from the United States, and that he ultimately was looking for some kind of help and regarding basically help and aid, because he's a migrant from the United States. He's a guy that was stuck here, and he went to visit some friends in Guatemala. That is what he's explaining. ¿Dónde está el muchacho? Sí. Tranquila. ¿Quién? Ah, yo, ok, está bueno. Está bien. Está bien, ahorita vengo. Sí, gracias, papá. Sí. So we're walking right here. They're really aggressive of how to ask for things. That's what I say. Take it easy over there. I'm asking where is the migrant. As you see, there's a lot of little groups all over the place. A lot of little groups all over the place. And this is how the park looks. Right now, I'm going around. Right now on the side. Mande. Venezuela. Vamos a ver. Una entrevista. It's an interview. Let's do an interview right here. Es en español y en inglés, ¿ok? Sí, español y en inglés. Ok, ¿de qué parte eres y cómo te llamas?
Eder Nieto,
¿De dónde vienes?
de Caracas, Venezuela.
De Caracas, Venezuela. ¿Pasaste por el Darién?
Sí.
Sí. ¿Tu experiencia en el Darién?
Bueno, un poquito complicada, pero no imposible. Bien, todo bien, gracias a Dios.
Sí. ¿Cuántos días tienes en México?
Tengo 18 días.
18 días en México. ¿Te has topado con traficantes, coyotes que les han ofrecido llegar más rápido a los Estados Unidos?
Todavía no. No.
¿Cuál fue tu experiencia sobre el Darién?
La experiencia fue algo extraordinario. Muy complicado, pero bueno, aquí estamos con vida.
¿Y a cuánto tiempo tienes aquí en México, me mencionabas?
18 días.
18 días. ¿El trámite es lento aquí en México?
Sí, porque nosotros tenemos la fecha para el 30 de junio.
30 de junio.
Y nos la dieron el 26 de mayo. Comenzamos el 26 de mayo.
Si les llegan a decir que su trámite dura de 20 a 35 días, ¿ustedes pueden esperar 20 a 35 días?
Sí, yo ya llevo 18 días.
Ya llegan a 18 días.
Yo llevo 18 días.
Lo que esperan ustedes es la visa humanitaria para poder avanzar hacia el norte.
Sí. Eso es lo que
¿Tienes familia que te espera en Estados Unidos?
No.
¿Quieres ir a Estados Unidos?
Sí.
¿A qué te dedicas tú en Venezuela? ¿Qué hacías en Venezuela?
Albañil. Albañilería.
Y cuando llegues a Estados Unidos, ¿qué es lo que te gustaría hacer llegando allá?
Albañilería, construcción.
¿Tienes familia en Venezuela?
Sí, toda mi familia.
¿Cuántos hijos tienes?
3.
O sea, tu propósito es ir a Estados Unidos a trabajar para poder sostener a tu familia, ¿no?
Ya que en Venezuela no la puedo mantener allá.
No se puede mantener. ¿Cuánto ganabas allá el salario mínimo?
$5.
$5 ¿al qué?
Al mes.
Al mes. Es imposible mantener una familia con eso. ¿Qué les da Nicolás Maduro al mes de comida? En los términos de bonos, de bolsas de maíz, de arroz o lo que les da.
Una bolsita con miel camé.
Eso es todo.
Eso es todo.
La moneda no vale nada ya, los bolívares.
Nada.
Ahora sí que ya estás en tierras mexicanas, con una palabra descríbeme Nicolás Maduro.
Pues el mandatario de Venezuela, ¿sí me entiendes?
No me lo encubras así. Dime la verdad de qué es lo que sientes tú por Nicolás Maduro.
La verdad no siento, o sea, no te puedo mentir porque no siento odio, no siento nada. Yo salí de mi país porque sinceramente no podía mantener a mi familia y no podía seguir en Venezuela. No porque el presidente alguna vez me haya hecho algo, ya nunca me han hecho nada, de la verdad.
¿Lo respetas al presidente después de cómo trata a tu gente?
Sí, porque...
¿Lo respetas de cómo es?
Acuérdate que en la tierra más Dios pone gobernante, ¿sí me entiendes?
O sea, ¿tú piensas que es un buen gobernante Nicolás Maduro?
O sea, no pienso que es un buen gobernante, sino que él es el que está gobernando, ¿sí me entiendes? Y pues no tengo nada, o sea, no soy copartidario de él, pues, pero tampoco...
Sí sabes que es un dictador y es un comunista, sí sabes eso, ¿verdad?
Sí, claro, correcto.
Sí sabes que tu gente está muriéndose de hambre y no tiene electricidad, no tiene agua, la educación está por los suelos, sí sabes eso.
Sí, eso es correcto, sí, lo sabemos todos los venezolanos.
Entonces, ¿tu opinión acerca de Nicolás Maduro cuál es?
Pues es un dictador, pero ¿cómo te explicaría? Pues yo soy independiente del gobierno, yo trabajaba por mis medios, ¿sí me entiendes? Yo me trataba de medio sobrevivir por mis propias manos. No necesitaba nada del gobierno, tenía que salir a trabajar y a reventarme por eso. No esperaba ninguna ayuda del gobierno. Ya últimamente sí me tocó salirme por eso porque no tenía no
tenía ningún sustento.
Ningún sustento, eso es correcto.
Bueno, ¿qué mensaje le mandas a la gente de Estados Unidos que te está viendo?
Un mensaje bueno, que nos apoyen, que nos echen la manito, que nosotros estamos dispuestos a trabajar. A eso quedamos nosotros los venezolanos.
Si quisieras entrar hacia los Estados Unidos, ¿dónde has escuchado que puedes entrar?
Si Dios lo permite, a Nueva York.
Sí, pero ¿por dónde? ¿Por dónde entrarías?
Ciudad Acuña.
Ciudad Acuña, que eso sería la frontera con del río Texas.
Sí.
Sí. Bien, muchísimas gracias. ¿Alguien más quiere hablar? ¿Alguien más? Ánimo, vente. Vente, te veo con ganas. I will translate in a few seconds, people. These are migrants that they are talking and I will translate in a few seconds. ¿De dónde eres, mi amigo?
Barinas, Venezuela.
De Venezuela también. ¿Qué edad tienes?
27.
¿Cuántos?
27.
¿A qué te dedicabas allá en Venezuela?
Estudiaba ahí en la construcción,
Estudiabas y la construcción. ¿Qué estudiabas en Venezuela?
arquitectura.
Arquitectura. ¿Te gustaría terminar tu carrera en los Estados Unidos de América?
Yo la terminé en Venezuela.
La terminaste en Venezuela. Entonces, eres arquitecto.
Sí,
¿Te gustaría practicar tu carrera en los Estados Unidos de América como arquitecto?
sí, claro.
Tu propósito número uno, imagino, que es ir a los Estados Unidos.
Sí,
¿Huyes de persecución o es simplemente por la situación económica que está en Venezuela?
por la situación económica de Venezuela. Yo me gradué y salí de mi país por la mala economía de mi país.
Prácticamente eres un migrante económico, se puede decir.
Sí,
Sí. ¿Tienes familia allá?
sí, claro, toda mi familia.
¿Tienes hijos?
Sí,
Sí. ¿Cuántos hijos tienes?
tengo 2 hijos.
2 hijos. Ahorita que estás aquí, ¿cuántos días llevas aquí ya?
Tengo 5 días.
Si tú pudieras darle algo a cambio a los Estados Unidos de América, ¿qué es lo que le tienes que dar? ¿Qué es lo que tú le vas a decir a los Estados Unidos? Yo quiero entrar al gobierno estadounidense, ¿qué le vas a decir? Yo quiero entrar porque yo te puedo dar esto, yo puedo proveer para esto. ¿Qué es lo que le dirías tú?
Que me dé la oportunidad, que tengo ganas de echar para adelante, de sacar a mi familia adelante, que me dé la oportunidad.
¿Pero por qué? ¿Qué es tu razón? O sea, ellos te van a decir, sí, entendemos tu necesidad, pero yo te puedo aportar esto, yo puedo ser un buen ciudadano por esto. ¿Qué le puedes decir? Eres arquitecto, una de otras, ¿no? Tienes una profesión.
Sí, soy arquitecto.
¿Qué más puede ser un buen ciudadano para ellos?
No te sé decir ahí. ¿No?
¿Pasaste por la selva del Darién?
Sí, claro.
¿Cómo te fue por ahí?
3 días en la selva para cruzarla y mi experiencia es algo espeluznante, es fuerte siempre.
Ahora, una cosa, ¿viste? ¿Se te acercaron a traficantes, coyotes, para poderlos llevar más rápido?
No, en ningún momento.
No. ¿Viste gente muerta en el Darién?
No vi gente muerta, pero gente, madres que se desmayaban, digamos, del hambre, cansadas, niños que se tiraban al suelo sin poder caminar más, todo eso lo vi.
¿Qué mensaje le mandas a los gobiernos que son verdaderamente corruptos, que no han arreglado la situación en el Darién? Porque esa situación debería ser arreglada para que ustedes, los migrantes de Venezuela, no estuvieran pasando por ese tipo de situación. ¿Qué es lo que tú piensas acerca de eso?
Pues sí, que se pongan un poquito la mano en el corazón, que piensen en todos esos niños que pasan y llevan trabajo, madres embarazadas, personas mayores de edad que pasan mucho trabajo en la selva del Darién, que hagan algo por solucionar ese problema.
Muchas gracias, chavalón. Gracias, te deseo lo mejor. Mande, ¿cómo estás? Ahorita te veo. Let us walk a little bit. Vamos a caminar un poco. ¿Quieres hablar? Sí, a ver. It's another one right here. I'm being approached by everybody. I will translate right now in a few seconds to everybody that is watching. And I will do this last interview bilingual. Voy a hacer esta entrevista contigo bilingüe. Entonces te hago la pregunta en español, pero la repito en inglés. Es lo mismo. ¿Está bien? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from?
Originario de Venezuela.
How many days you've been here? ¿Cuántos días has estado aquí?
Hoy tengo aproximadamente como 25 días. Estuve preso en el siglo XXI como 7 días. Y bueno, o sea, todo concurrido. Pues.
I've been 25 days approximately right here, and I've been 7 days in prison in the station siglo XXI. ¿Qué edad tienes? How old are you?
27 años.
What was your 27 years of age? What was your dedication? What were you used to do in Venezuela? ¿A qué te dedicabas en Venezuela?
En Venezuela estudié, o sea, tengo mi estudio de técnico superior administrativo y trabajaba de vendedor.
¿Te graduaste entonces?
Sí, claro. Sí,
I'm an administrative assistant. I graduated from college, and I already, I was practically working on that in Venezuela. ¿Cuál es tu razón número uno por la que huyes de Venezuela? What is your number one reason why you're running away from Venezuela?
Pues mi razón número uno es por ser perseguido político, pues, porque yo no puedo terminar mi carrera universitaria, no puedo sacar la licenciatura por cuestiones de, o sea, uno ser partido opositorio, te señalaban, ¿me entiendes? Entonces todo el tiempo la carrera, la cuestión, o sea, uno todo el tiempo. Y como las universidades públicas ya casi todas son del gobierno, entonces por tú ser partidario de otro equipo, siempre te van a señalar, siempre va a estar la cuestión, siempre va a estar la tierra contigo, ¿sí me entiendes? Eso así.
So they're practically was not letting us, as a matter of educational system, they were not letting us practically, get an education and ultimately not to provide no education for our future. En estos momentos, ¿qué es lo que tú necesitas para poder moverte hacia los Estados Unidos? What is the thing that you need right now to move to the United States?
En estos momentos necesitamos la visa humanitaria o algo que nos avale poder transitar México sin ningún problema.
Sí, what we need is a humanitarian visa to go to the United States. La última pregunta, porque aquí se está juntando mucha gente. What is if you want to cross to the United States, which part would you use? Si quisieras cruzar hacia los Estados Unidos, ¿qué parte usarías?
Oye, o sea, cada quien vive la cuestión cuando llega allá, ¿me entiendes? En realidad no sabemos por dónde estamos.
¿Has escuchado del río? Have you heard about the river?
Todos vamos por el río.
Entonces, cruzarías por del río o por Acuña, ¿no? Es con lo que han dicho.
En realidad no sabemos decir, no te sé decir, porque puede ir a la suerte, no, vámonos por Piedras Negras, vámonos por Acuña. En realidad no te sé.
In reality, we don't know, but the majority of the people have said that through the river is where we're supposed to cross. Muchísimas gracias. Gracias.
¿Cómo se llama el canal?
Oscar el Blue en YouTube.
Oscar el Blue.
Así es, Oscar el Blue en YouTube. Ok.
¿Oscar qué, jefe?
Oscar el Blue en YouTube. Ajá, el Blue en YouTube. ¿De qué canal soy yo?
Ajá, ¿de qué medio de comunicación?
Muchos medios de comunicación le trabajo a los Estados Unidos, viejo. Sí. Ándale pues.
Para buscar algún sitio.
Oscar el Blue, viejo. Oscar el Blue en YouTube. Ok.
Oscar.
Sí. Estoy en vivo. Sí, ahorita hablamos. ¿Dónde va a estar?
Bien.
¿Dónde va a estar?
Me busca por allá.
Ok, bueno, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Bien, ándale pues. They're about to reunite. Some of the voice speakers a lot of them, they want to be leaders, and a lot of them, they want to just catch attention. It's one of the things that they do a lot. A lot of leaders start coming out, and a lot of leaders want to take advantage of the situation, which, which basically they want to be on the first page for everybody to look to them and to basically make them understand that they are in charge. This is how it looks right now as they're gathering again. Let us walk to the opposite side of the plaza, as they're telling me to walk to the opposite side. So we are walking to the opposite side. Thank you so much for joining in. Share this video out. Well, a couple of the interviews. First, the first gentleman. Let me translate what he said. He's a construction worker, and he wants to go to the United States of America. I just asked him, what do you think about your dictator, Nicolás Maduro? And they're afraid to say the exact word. I said, describe Nicolás Maduro with one word. And I told him, this is a dictator that is practically violating your humanitarian rights. He's dictating everything that you need to do. It's a communist dictator, and you're not speaking right now about him. Why? And that makes me think a lot about the current opinions of these people and what is their opinion on their dictator. You know, that is the number one thing that it particularly, it just makes me think if they actually are going through a situation in Venezuela. A lot of them, they know that there's a communist dictatorship which is giving them a horrible life in Venezuela. But ultimately, when you talk to a guy like that, the first response that you get, I said, describe Nicolás Maduro for me in one word, and he could not describe him. So I was like, well, I can describe it for you. There's people from Africa, as you can see right here, a lot of people from Africa that they're coming. Also, the next gentleman, that gentleman was almost more than 30 years of age. The next gentleman was 27 years of age. Second interview, he was an architect. He wants to be an architect in the United States of America. I told him, if you want to provide and if you want to demonstrate to the United States of America what you can do, what would you say? And he could not even have words to describe. But he said that he wants to provide and he wants to be a better man for the country of the United States of America. That is an economical migrant, which a lot of them, they don't qualify. Ultimately, if they don't have an asylum or refugee case, the majority of the time, they do not qualify if they have an economical case, which means an economical case, it is where they are just, run away because of the lack of opportunities. And ultimately, basically, not only the lack of opportunities, but the lack of life and the lack of economy that they are living on that particular city or that particular country. And the last interview I translated bilingual for everybody to understand what is the current situation, which is, they're going through a, he was a young man that he is expecting to arrive to the United States. He's an administrative assistant. He has gone to college and studied that. So this is practically what is going on. We're going on 1 hour of the live feed, showing you this massive crowd. More than 2,000 people, around more than 2,000 people are rounded up right here at the plaza, as this is growing massively by the moment. And intensively is growing by the moment. The reason why it is growing is because the word has been spread out, and they have catch the attention of every single one. So right now, it is undoubtedly one of the things that is catching a lot of attention right here in the city of Tapachula. They are saying that the leader of the Institute National Immigration, it is coming to talk to the leaders of the Caravan to try to come to an agreement and a dialogue to get them the humanitarian visas. Ultimately, by getting them the humanitarian visas, it means that all of these individuals will be arriving to the north borders in the next week, in this week or the next week, if they been allowed. If they do not come to an agreement with humanitarian visas, they are going to be walking on the most biggest, huge caravan that I have. I have walked with more than 10 caravans, and I can tell you this will be the biggest one that I have experienced in my life. There has never been a caravan as big as this one. There was a caravan that I was part of it, that I walked for more than 13 municipal cities. The area of Soconusco, it is one of the, it is well known. The first 14 municipal cities of the south of the border, it is called Soconusco, and we walked the 14 municipal cities to the coast of Tapachula, and now we are practically watching how it is not only 14 is going to be the biggest massive caravan. That caravan was 6,000 people only. It was 6,000. This is going to be bigger than that. There's a lot of children. There's a lot of women. There's a lot of military age men, men from Africa. The majority are men from Venezuela, which they are accustomed to, precarious conditions, precarious lives, and they are, accustomed to this kind of, life that is sensitive in a way, because the number one reason is they're going through poverty. They're going through, conditions that remotely show you what real communism it is about. We're standing in the middle of the sun. I am going to change the camera to somebody saying Republicans will take the House back. Republicans are also not doing anything about this current situation. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a Mexican citizen, but the only thing that I can tell you, there's a lot of rhinos in your office that are not doing anything about it, that they talk and talk and talk. One of them is Ted Cruz, which he was saying that he was all for protection of the borders. And I will tell you, Mr. Ted Cruz was clapping on the State of the Union address by President Joe Biden, saying that, Joe Biden was protecting the borders. That it's a complete lie. That it's a complete, disrespect to the people, that they follow this and that they believe that they're actually trying to do something. There's no action, all talk. And I can count with my hands only like five or six Republicans that they're actually doing something for the country. Instead, the Democrats, they're leftists, they're communists, they're progressive liberals, but sadly, they all stand together. And as they all stand together, they're bringing evilness, they're bringing darkness, they're bringing lawlessness. And I'm just telling you what it is. A lot of the people they get immediately hurt when you start saying, Republicans are not doing their job, and it is a reality. As soon as the 45th president came out of office, it has become a complete disaster. And the swamp it was trying to drain was not only the Democrat swamp, but it was ultimately the Republican swamp, which, it is the biggest problem, I believe, to change your country. These Republicans, and I don't mean to get into a political warfare, but these Republicans have become so comfortable and complicit that they don't want to lose their chair. They don't want to lose their spot. So they pretend to be all for the Second Amendment, all for the Constitution, a lot of them. And because they don't want to lose their seat, and because they are being overruled in Congress, or because they're being overrun in Congress, they become complicit, they become comfortable, and they don't want to lose their comfortable pay every month. So they just agree with what the left says. I'm sorry, I call it like it is. I'm a foreigner in your country, but ultimately I see the things from another country's standpoint. A lot of you guys, if you don't want to agree with me, I understand. Respectfully, we agree that we have the freedom of speech, the freedom of opinion, the freedom of religion, and the freedom to choose whether it's right or wrong. And I'm choosing right now to speak in my mind and to say what I see from a foreign standpoint. Let us walk to another place, as we have a lot of people. They're standing on the trees on that side, of that particular side. A lot of you see hundreds of people standing on the trees on that side. You see a lot of the people standing on this side. Also, ultimately, you see people on this side, and then you have the whole massive crowd in the middle of the whole, plaza. That this, according to the defender of humanitarian rights, Luis Villagran, it is trying to be changed as the migrant park. We're going at 1 hour and 6 minutes on this live feed. I will stop talking for a few seconds just to rest, and I will leave you guys with the aerial view for you guys to talk and have a discussion between yourselves. Respect the live feed and let's respect each other. Share this video, like this video. First and foremost, I would like for you guys to like the video on Facebook, hit that bell button on YouTube. And we are live, I believe that we are live also on Twitter, so share it on Twitter also, as this is an incredible live feed for you guys to watch as we are gathering and getting ready for if it is going to be a reality or if it's going to be a lie, that there are, if it's going, not a lie, if it's going to be a reality or if it's going to be a fact that they are going to be walking on the next caravan. You know, for the sake of the kids, I can tell you that I wish that they could not walk, because there's a lot of children, and I have seen the suffering of children in humidity conditions and places where, you know, it's sad to see that they're walking. What? Sí, ya mero. Ya. Sí, no, al albergue ya no, ya con eso ya amarramos, güey. Sí. ¿Dónde está el nano? Sí, pues ahí voy para allá ahorita, nomás termino aquí. Sí. Ok. No, mejor vamos a desayunar. Sí, está bueno. Ok. Nancy and Michael, thank you for the coffees. Thank you, every single one of you, for the coffees. Mándeme. Está prendido, sí. Venga para acá. Póngase acá de este lado, vamos a platicar un ratito. Chamo, ¿es una expresión de Venezuela? ¿Es de Venezuela usted?
Sí, soy venezolano.
Sí. Lo voy a hacer en inglés y español, voy a hablar en español y luego lo traduzco al inglés, ¿está bien? Porque es un canal para la Unión Americana, la mayoría de la gente. What is your name? ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Argenis.
Argenis. What is the reason why you're migrating over here to the country of Mexico and then to the United States? ¿Cuál es su razón número uno de que usted está migrando hacia el país de México y ahora hacia los Estados Unidos?
La mala situación de mi país, la persecución hacia uno, hacia el venezolano. Maduro está acabando con Venezuela completa.
The number one reason I'm migrating is I don't know why he went away, but he's saying Maduro is finishing and ending our country. It's practically, destroying our country. Este es otro muchacho. This is another young man. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Henry Blanco.
Henry Blanco. Eres de Venezuela, lo que pienso. You're from Venezuela, I believe so. ¿A qué te dedicabas en Venezuela, Henry? What were you used to do in Venezuela?
Carpintero.
I was a carpenter. Tu razón número uno por estar migrando hacia México y ahora hacia los Estados Unidos, me imagino. What is your number one reason to migrate from Mexico and then to the United States?
La inseguridad y la persecución política en mi país.
The insecurity and the political persecution in our country. Si tú pudieras describir con una sola palabra ahora que estás en tierras mexicanas, porque en Venezuela no lo puedes hacer, pero si tú pudieras describir con una sola palabra Nicolás Maduro, ¿qué palabra utilizarías? If you can describe with one word Nicolás Maduro, the communist dictator, what would the word be?
Criminal. Y estando aquí, estando en Venezuela, lo digo. Es un criminal.
It's a criminal. He's a criminal. Podríamos decirlo, y lo voy a decir en español, un hijo de puta.
Sí, totalmente. Muy
sí. A son of an SOB, I just told him, an SOB. Si llegas hacia los Estados Unidos, ¿por dónde te gustaría entrar hacia los Estados Unidos? ¿O dónde has escuchado? ¿Por dónde pueden ustedes entregarse? If you wanted to go to the United States, which is the place that you want to deliver yourself and ask for asylum?
Es una pregunta que, es perjudicial para nosotros, porque la migración mexicana puede entorpecer el camino. Entonces, sería mejor tener la incógnita para que ellos no estén precavidos a la hora de uno pasar.
It is a question that I don't want to answer because it will be basically giving information to the Institute of National Immigration where we want to cross and we will be intercepted as we are walking over there. ¿Qué vas a hacer cuando llegues hacia los Estados Unidos de América? ¿Cómo puedes ayudar tú a los Estados Unidos a hacer una mejor economía, a ser un mejor individuo en la sociedad? How can you help the United States to become a better citizen and create a better economy for them?
Primeramente trabajar. Tengo una persona que me espera un trabajo de pintura y con eso poder ayudar a mi familia y traerla.
First of all, we want to work and we want to help our families that they are in Venezuela. ¿Tienes familia en Venezuela? Do you have family in Venezuela?
Sí, mi esposa y mis hijos.
Yes, my wife and my kids. ¿Cuántos hijos tienes allá?
Tengo tres. Tres hijos tengo.
¿Tres hijos?
Sí.
I got 3 kids over there. ¿Cómo es el salario allá en Venezuela? What is the monthly pay in Venezuela?
El salario no es nada. Uno tiene que buscar la manera de cómo ganar dinero sin perjudicar a más personas, pues. Pero es muy estresante, muy estresante.
Es una realidad que son $5 al mes.
Sí.
The monthly salary, the monthly pay is just horrible, $5 a month. Bueno, muchas gracias, te dejo porque estamos en el mero sol. Un mensaje que quieras mandar, a message that you want to send.
La verdad es que quisiera a la migración mexicana, que son unos hijos de puta, la verdad. Estuve preso y su trato fue pésimo, la verdad. Uno viene aquí a migrar.
¿Los trataron como animales?
Sí, uno quiere venir aquí a migrar y te dicen que es una casa de migración cuando es una cárcel. Total, una cárcel.
I want to send a message to the Institute of National Immigration. They treated us like animals. When I was detained, they treated me like an animal. So it was a horrible, horrible situation when I was there. Bueno, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Lo agradezco de todo corazón. Thank you so much. I'm saying I appreciate you with all my heart, his opinion. Thank you so much. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Let me lower down my tripod right here. We're in the middle of the sun bringing you guys live coverage of this phenomenon, which is a phenomenon now. It is an unbelievable spectrum right now that we are watching as thousands are being reunited. In the next incoming days is going to be huge and it's going to be important. So important for people to understand and analyze how is this going to digest, how is this going to advance, and how is this going to, what is the overcome? What is the outcome of this thousands of migrants that they are reunited in the Bicentenario Plaza? Yesterday, I was here late at night. We got a really touching story of a young kid that has been deported more than 19 times. And now we are getting, on the next day, we thought that it was not going to be no migrants whatsoever. And you find out and you encounter yourself with this kind of situation where you have more than 2,000 migrants right here reunited at this particular plaza, which is just unbelievable how one day to another they come out of nowhere, man. And it surprises you so much. But the leader of the Caravan, the humanitarian rights defender, Luis Villagran, has said that he is going to put petitions right now, 2,000 petitions for him to accept the first 2,000 immigration visas, and from there start moving from 2,000 to 2,000 to 2,000. This is an inevitable factor. A lot of these migrants who want to go to the United States of America, the majority, 100% of them, they want to go over there to see if they can catch an opportunity by delivering themselves for asylum and refugee claim, as a lot of them, as you have seen, they're economical migrants. Let me flip the camera and I will say goodbye to you guys in a few seconds. So it has been an hour and 16 minutes of coverage, great coverage, I believe so, of what is going on and what is happening right here in this particular part of Tapachula. I will close the coverage as soon as I walk to the other side of the park. I will try to just explain a little bit for people that they're just joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys, and ultimately it has been a has been, and not only a pleasure, but it has been also important that we talk and we show you guys what the actual situation of this immigration phenomenon. As more than 2,000 migrants are reunited right here at this plaza. Share this video out. Let's get those people inside this live feed. As I am going to close the live feed, follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at all platforms that they are on social media. Real Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at Getter, Facebook, YouTube, Real Anthony Agüero. Border Network News, also Ben Bergquam, Frontline America, Ben Bergquam, our colleague and friend, Real America's Voice News. Download the app at realamericasvoicenews.com. You can watch us at Hulu, Roku, and also you can follow, you can follow Wendy Bell Radio Network. Download the app at the Wendy Bell Radio Network. It is free. Download the app, and you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Telegram, and YouTube as Oscar L. Blue, and Instagram as Oscar Blue Media and Oscar Blue Team. God bless you all. See you later on this afternoon to give you another update. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love from Tapachula, because always your country's first. God bless.